You can literally buy a second passport legally without ever leaving your house. No language tests, no long residency, no marriage, just money. But there's one thing they never tell you, and it could cost you everything. This isn't a loophole, it's not a scam, and you don't have to be a billionaire. In 2025, there are countries offering second citizenship fast if you know where to look. Today, I'm breaking down the 5 cheapest, fastest, and easiest ways to legally get a second passport. And the dark side nobody talks about. Let's go. Most people don't think about second passports. They think, I already have one, why would I need another? Here's why. Your current passport is a leash. It controls where you can go, how long you can stay, what countries you can visit, and even how much tax you might owe. If your country says don't travel, you can't. If your country cancels flights, you're stuck. If your country decides to tax you more, good luck fighting it. And if you think, well, I'm not doing anything wrong, yeah, that's the point. You shouldn't have to do anything wrong to want a backup plan. Ask people from Venezuela or Lebanon, or even people from the US who lost bank access abroad. The world is changing fast. Governments are tightening control. So people are waking up to the idea of a plan B, and that starts with citizenship. But here's the thing. Most legal paths to a second passport take 5 to 10 years. Move to a country, live there, pay taxes, learn the language, hope they approve your application. That's fine if you have time, most don't. That's why citizenship by investment is exploding. It lets you shortcut everything and get a real, legal second passport, sometimes in 6 to 12 months. Today, I'm going to break down the 5 most affordable countries in the world where you can legally buy citizenship and exactly what it costs. But more importantly, I'll show you what almost no one explains: the hidden traps, the scams, and the smarter way to play the game. Let's start with the cheapest. Number 1, Sierra Leone, West Africa. Not exactly on most people's travel bucket list, right? But here's the thing. Sierra Leone has launched a fast-track citizenship program that's legit, and it costs just $140,000. That's the full price. No surprise fees, no processing nonsense, everything's included. Now, if you have ancestral ties to West Africa, you can get it for $100,000, but for everyone else, it's $140,000. They package it cleanly, due diligence, passport fee, everything bundled, no guesswork. So who's this for? Honestly, not most people. It's not a strong travel passport, it won't get you visa-free to Europe or the US, but it does give you a new legal identity. And in today's world, that alone has power. If you're looking for a cheap third passport, maybe to pair with a European or Caribbean one, Sierra Leone gives you diversification on a whole other level. And here's something no one talks about. African countries are rising. They're not following the Western playbook, they're building their own. Having an African citizenship in your portfolio might sound strange now, but that's exactly why it's smart. Number 2, Nauru. Most people have never heard of it. It's a tiny island in the South Pacific, population around 10,000, but they're offering one of the cleanest, fastest CBI programs in the world. Total cost, $141,700. So just $1,700 more than Sierra Leone, but in terms of value, a massive step up. Better passport power, more global recognition, fewer eyebrow raises at border control. Here's the breakdown. $105,000 donation to a climate resilience fund, $25,000 application fee, $10,000 due diligence, $1,200 bank compliance fee, $500 passport fee. Now here's what's crazy. You can bring up to 3 dependents with you for a small additional fee. So instead of just one passport, you could get a family of 4 covered and only pay a bit more in admin costs. That's rare. And if you're wondering about legitimacy, Nauru outsources its due diligence to top-tier firms. They're not letting criminals in. This is a clean process. Here's the smart angle most people miss. Nauru's neutral. They're not on any blacklists. Nobody's gunning for them geopolitically. It's the kind of passport that slips under the radar. In a good way. So if you want a quiet second passport that gets you options without triggering alarms, this is a serious contender. 3. Dominica. Now we move to the Caribbean, and this is where it gets interesting. Dominica has been in the CBI game for years. It's one of the most well-known, most respected second passport programs out there. But here's the catch. The real price isn't what most people think. You'll hear $100,000 donation all over the internet, but once you factor in all the government and agent fees, you're closer to $210,000. That's still affordable, especially for what you get. Dominica's passport gives you visa-free access to over 140 countries, easy travel within the Caribbean, and residency rights in the 6 other Eastern Caribbean states. Basically, you get one passport and access to a whole region. But there's a trap here. Real estate. Some agents will try to sell you on the real estate option, $200,000 investment instead of a donation. They'll say, you'll get your money back when you sell. What they don't tell you, you have to buy from a government-approved developer. Prices are inflated, commissions are massive, and when you go to sell, there's no secondary market. In simple terms, you're stuck with a timeshare that doesn't go up in value. So unless you're actually planning to move to Dominica and live in that unit, just pay the donation.
It's one of the most
cleaner, faster, and doesn't lock up your money. Maria 4, Antigua and Barbuda, same region, similar setup. But here's what makes it different. It's the best deal for families. You can get citizenship for up to 4 people for $248,500 total. That includes donation, processing, passport fees, everything but the agent. If you're single, it's not a big win. But if you're married with 2 kids, this is huge. Why? Because adding extra people in most programs is crazy expensive. Antigua keeps the add-on fees super low. And the passport, it's solid. Visa-free access to Schengen Europe, United Kingdom, Hong Kong, Singapore, and access to the entire Caribbean community region. Plus, and this is rare, you only need to visit once every 5 years to maintain it. So it's not like they force you to live there or fly back constantly. For digital nomads, online business owners, or crypto investors with families, this is a sleeper pick. Number 5, St. Lucia. Now this one's different. St. Lucia offers the usual donation path, but also a bond option. Here's the pitch. You invest $300,000 in government bonds, you pay $50,000 in fees, you get citizenship. After holding the bonds, you get your money back. That means you're only spending the $50,000, the rest is a loan to the government. If you're cash rich but want to avoid a donation, this is clean. No shady real estate, no commissions, just cash in, cash out. The only downside? You're tying up your money for 5 years and earning 0% interest? Still, for someone with the liquidity, it's arguably the smartest way to get a Caribbean passport without losing the full amount. So here's where most people mess this up. They get so obsessed with cheap and fast that they forget why they're getting a second passport. It's not about travel perks. It's not even about status. It's about control. Control over where you live. Control over your taxes. Control over your options when your home country starts making life harder. But here's the deal. Most of these programs want one thing. Proof you have something of value. That means income. That means clean capital. That means some kind of business or structure that makes you a low-risk citizen. If you're just getting by paycheck to paycheck, these doors stay closed. Unless you own the engine. Let me explain. The real secret to global freedom isn't the passport, it's the cash flow. Because once you have a real online business, you don't need to convince anyone to hire you. Don't rely on a job or client. Don't worry when borders change or taxes shift. You just go. That's the kind of freedom that qualifies you for these programs and lets you keep them. And no, I'm not talking about some dropshipping hustle or affiliate grindfest. I'm talking about a simple online model built around real services, like helping people travel better, save more, or get access to exclusive perks. It runs without ads, without content, without you being an influencer, and it pays month after month. Once you've built that, second citizenship isn't just a fantasy. It's step 2. The first step is freedom income, then the passport, then the world. So, can you really buy a passport? Yes, legally, cleanly, safely, and for a lot less than you think. But should you? Only if you've built the thing that funds it. Otherwise, it's just paperwork and pressure. Build the income engine first, and then use it to unlock the second citizenship that gives you full global control. Watch the next video. That's where the strategy starts.